Tiny dog can't stop smiling at everybody after being rescued. This tiny dog can't stop smiling at everybody after being rescued. Why was she so happy? Or was there something else behind her smile? Let's find out in the video. We've all heard of the saying, a dog is a man's best friend. And if there ever was an example that proves this sentiment true, then it has to be the story of Zeus, the tiny little pup who changed the lives of everyone around him. This brave little doggy was in terrible shape when he was rescued, but was smiling eagerly as to say something. But what was that? Let's get into the story to know the actual reason. Smile was a tiny rescued pup. Her moniker was inspired by the everlasting grin that sat on her face. She had a positive attitude that enthralled those who encountered her, naturally extending to her physical features. Her untainted enthusiasm was admirable, and the expression on this pup's face unequivocally depicted the emotion. Smile opened up aspects of life for others that found solace in her warm embrace, mirroring why she was given this affectionate name. The little pup didn't have a great start in life. Born into a hoarder's house in Tijuana, Mexico, she was surrounded by neither love nor care. Years passed without the comfort of knowing she'd ever get her much-deserved attention and affection. The poor pup had been denied the necessities one could only find through proper human bonding. Her environment is filled with want and absence, lacking the foundation we all desperately need: love. Despite the adversity she faced, the pup held on. But her luck turned when No Dog Left Behind, NDLB, came to her rescue. When she arrived at the shelter with NDLB, she welcomed its new confines with wide eyes and a smile stretched from ear to ear. She had never known family like this, and the kind faces at the NDLB beamed just as brightly at their joy of reception. Rescue meant more than just comfort and sustenance. It also came with companionship she hadn't experienced in years. It seemed that, despite everything wrong she had gone through in the past days, love had found her again. When Stephanie Easley, NDLB's operation manager, spoke with the dodo, she couldn't help but express her excitement over the intake team's affection for a particular puppy. She fell madly in love, Easley said cheerfully. It seemed to be the little pup's natural ability to captivate their attention. Suddenly, the frenzied intake atmosphere had lightened, and its inhabitants were suddenly more dance than duties. At Chew Foundation in Toluca Lake, California, rescued 23 dogs from their home in Tijuana. Of the 24 dogs, Smile was among them. All 23 canine companions were suffering from a painful skin ailment at the time of rescue. Thankfully, Smile's case wasn't as grave, and she had avoided the worst of it. Even so, the situation was still incredibly unfortunate. The poor pup required medical attention just like her brethren did. Their common shared affliction burdened At Chew Foundation's resources. Luckily, they were ready to do all they could for these gentle souls. And it worked! No longer facing distress due to their paining disease and lacking necessary care had been crucial to keeping them alive and safe before they joined At Chew Foundation's rescue mission into deeper health and ultimately life's contentment. Smile's story arrived at the NDLB Team HQ in Minnesota, and soon when they saw her little photos, they knew she belonged with them. When the volunteers cast their eyes over her, it was certain that her future was companionship and love. Her pup face expressed courage and creation that touched us all so deeply. When we looked into those eyes, we just found a sense of deep feeling for friendship and need for hope, said one staff member of NDLB in Minnesota. We fell in love with the hint of optimism conveyed through everyday activities, wrote NDLB in one of their Facebook updates. The community knew hand on heart that Smile was destined to join their rescue wing. Puppies love to be loved. Do you love puppies and find them cute? If yes, then do subscribe to the channel and like the video. NDLB made the long journey from California to Minnesota with the help of Mutt engine carriers. When they first arrived, it was hard for them to get close to tiny, month-old Smile. She was incredibly timid. But no matter how much she tried to discourage them with growls, snarls, and even bites, the crew wasn't deterred.
Come on, good girl.
They never faltered in their commitment and carried her carefully out of their van and into a kennel they had set up especially for her in anticipation of her arrival. Initially uncertain, Smile eventually started warming up to them and stopped biting their hands as they tended to her needs. Easley said her disposition changed drastically once she got out of the van. She no longer felt like she was backed into a corner, so she curled up in a ball and watched the volunteers work. It was as if their efforts entranced her, calming her in peace and ease. She candidly stared, absorbing both the peaceful vibes from them and their great humanitarianism. The location change immediately changed her mood. It almost seemed like coming out of that van assured security and love by allowing access to human kindness that no amount of grief ever could shake away. Watching the volunteers' actions pleased her with butterfly memories that reminded her of stability while enduring this trying situation. The feeling told her there is hope, regardless of what may occur on this weary voyage ahead. Smile was unfortunate that she had to be quarantined due to her skin condition, leaving her isolated. But the rescue staff ensured she wasn't alone. They showered her with love from afar. And despite being isolated, Smile generously repaid them, a gleaming smile more precious than gold. That million-dollar grin defined their biggest reward, no matter how hard things could get. It certainly brightened up the days they spent removed from her, even if only for a fleeting moment, and certainly not though it may be. Appreciative eyes warm into smiles is attractive at their very best and can give much comfort every day. I headed up to her kennel, and as soon as she noticed me, I could see it in her eyes. She smiled. There was something particular about how she looked at me, recalled Easley. My heart latched onto the fact that she was unique. It was like I just knew it then. Her gentleness consumed me, almost in an instant, he added with a fond half-smile. That's when I know that this little pup had won my heart over. Easley decided to bring Smile home and nurture her back to health. Care and love were necessary for the pup, who had led a tough life up until now. Easley was drawn to her instantly, along with her contagious golden smile, and so was the start of a beautiful relationship. Now, Smile lives in a happy forever home with Easley, snuggling the morning away in bed right after she wakes up, which is usually dependent on gravity or a big golden retriever nose nudging your arm incessantly. Spending all their time together, they can explore adventures from cityscapes to backyard landscaping trips. Together they explore exactly what it means to soak up each other's radiating energies. Smile's life wasn't always sunshine and rainbows, but despite a rocky start, you'd never guess this fact from her sunny smile. The strange thing about her expression is that anyone can look into those big brown eyes and know what's exactly in her heart. Her foster parent, Easley, says Smile is special to her. Splashed with warmth and kindness, looking into Smile's eyes is like having a window into her soul. She conveys an incredible depth of character. One must only take a moment to appreciate the genuine devotion leaking out of those little eyeballs. Easley's heart is filled with love for Smile. She treasures their time together, but acknowledges that it won't last forever. Even though our heartstrings have been pulled tight, we recognize that we're not her forever home, Easley commented. Unlike the deep and fleeting devotion she feels, Easley only wants lasting bliss and opportunity to come Smile's way. My goal is to guide her into the arms of a household that adores her just as much as we do, she said softly, where she can shower them in all the love she has to give. Smile's pals at NDLB are delighted that she already has several adoption applications pending. Once she recovers completely, they know that she'll go to the best forever home possible. Thanks to those applications, said Easley, we'll be able to give Smile the life she's always been waiting for. We are certainly not ones to let someone down. We will find people who will love and cater to their every need, just like any caring parent would for their loyal pup. It's our promise we make sure Smile walks out that door with a designated made perfectly for her, she continued. Would you like to adopt a smiley puppy like Smile? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video.